I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome back, Brahmins. I don't know. I feel like we've lived a week already and it's only Wednesday. It is Wellness Wednesday, so your announcements will be short from us and longer. You have a Wellness Wednesday video today. Seniors, so many great questions. I've been getting the same question over and over for the last couple of days, so I probably need to get this out there and spread it far and wide. So if you're a senior, listen up. If you're sitting next to a senior who's not paying attention right now, get them to listen up. Graduation regalia. So these are stoles, cords, medals. These are things that you earn during your tenure here at Okeechobee High School. The only approved graduation regalia are given to you by Okeechobee High School. So these are things that you're going to earn during next week's award ceremony on Thursday night at 6 p.m. You'll get an invitation next week. Or during graduation practice, you'll be receiving those honor cords and other cords of distinction from OHS. So this is not anything you should purchase. Apparently, outside companies are targeting our senior population with spam email and trying to sell you graduation regalia. Those things will not be permitted on the graduation floor. So we do a gown check and all of that on the graduation floor. It's kind of like you'll have a dress code for the graduation floor, and part of that is the graduation regalia. So great questions. If something like that comes up, just shoot me an email or come see me throughout the day, and I'll be happy to answer those questions. Also, entire student body, we have had these no ID special lanyards all year. So first semester, they were orange on main campus. Second semester, they were green here on main campus. If you have a no ID special lanyard in your possession, you have until Monday to get those turned in. That means at the start of the day on Monday, if those have not been turned in, $5 is going to be added to your fines and fees list. Guess what's happening on Monday? Prom tickets go on sale. So make sure that those special lanyards get turned in so we can mark that off your fines and fees list. Mr. Stewart, I hear we have some huge shout outs for some sports teams.
Yeah, we had two shutout games last night in the first round of district. Softball went over to Port St. Lucie and shut them down 15-0. Mercy ruled them. So good job, girls. Keep it up. Got a big game coming up on Thursday, the championship. I think it's against Southport. And then baseball last night, Jacob Hardy pitched a shutout against Port St. Lucie as well, beat them 7-0. So again, on a roll there in our sports with our sports teams for district. I do want to mention too, I think I'd mentioned yesterday that Isabella Dorrego did go up to state and won her first round match. She didn't finish so strong after that, but congratulations on that first win. You're making us proud. And then Isabella teamed up with Kirsten Sells and the doubles match. And according to the information I have, they played for an hour and a half, which is very long. And they ended up coming back, and right at the end, they played a tiebreaker, ended up losing the tiebreaker. But great job, girls. You represented us well. We're very appreciative of all your hard work.
Freshman, were you listening to all those things for seniors? Just listen every day. Realize one day you're going to be there. But in the meantime, you got to finish strong this year in order to get to that point. So please make sure you're checking your grades, taking care of those zeros, follow up with your teachers. If you're questioning whether, your path to 10th grade, come see me or Ms. Smith at lunch. We'll talk to you. We'll figure out a way for you to get there. We'll talk about summer school, credit retrieval, all those things. Speaking of which, if you do any form of tutorial, credit retrieval, 7th hour, algebra boot camp, all of those things conclude this week. So Thursday is the last day that we will have any sort of busing for staying after for any form of tutorial. So please know that. There may be still teachers that offer assistance after school, but after this Thursday, you will be responsible for your own transportation if you choose to stay.
I will help us keep it short and brief. Make it a great day.
All right. Make it a good one. As together we
Move forward.
Be great.
Be Brahmins.
all day.
Hello, welcome back to this month's wellness video. My name is Katherine Williams and I'm the Director of Mental Health and Behavioral Support. It's great to see you again. Scott Vians is also joining us today. He is one of our district behavior interventionists. Last month in March, we talked about the very serious crime of human trafficking. This month, we're going to talk about bullying and how to help yourself or someone else if bullying is happening.
Let's review the ground rules that we were established on the previous video. Our first ground rule is that we should all listen with an open mind. Second, we will avoid personal stories. We will also be supportive of each other. We will not tease or make fun of each other or anyone or anything that is said in class. We will listen when someone is speaking, and only one person will speak at a time. Our last and most important ground rule is that whatever is said in this room stays in this room. This is a safe place to speak and ask questions. What is said in this room should not be gossiped about later in the hallways or on social media. However, it is important to know that if a student discloses potential harmful behavior to self or to others to an adult in the room, the adult is required by law to report this behavior.
To begin today, let's first give a definition of bullying. Teachers, please pause the video now to get student responses to how would you define bullying? According to stopbullying.gov, if you included these three core elements in your definition, then you're exactly right. 1. Unwanted aggressive behavior. 2. Observed or perceived power imbalance. And 3. Repetition or high likelihood of repetition of bullying behaviors. What do we mean by a perceived power imbalance? This means that in a relationship, one person believes that they have more power over another, or when someone else believes equal power is not held in their relationship. Sometimes incidents do not meet the definition of bullying, such as one-time physical fights, some online arguments, or incidents between adults. Other times, bullying incidents are defined as criminal, such as harassment, hazing, or assault.
Who does bullying affect? Bullying affects all youth in some way. About 20% of students aged 12 to 18 experience bullying nationwide, but others witness it or hear about it occurring. This includes the bully, the victim, and the witnesses. Why do people bully? There's not always a clear answer, but sometimes those who bully are being bullied or abused themselves by others or have low self-esteem. Sometimes they are angry, frustrated, struggling socially, emotionally, or academically, or want to exert power over others. None of these reasons excuse the behavior, but knowing the cause can help us find solutions. Let's watch this video by Jeremy Anderson. Pay attention to what he says about how you can play a huge role in stopping bullying.
Check this out. I want to talk to you real briefly about bullying. I get it, and I know what you're probably thinking, oh my God, another video about bullying. That's right. Another video about bullying. Like, it happens so much. It happens so often, and we got to put a stop to it. And guess what? You got the power. Even if you've been a bully in the past, you got the power to say, you know what? I don't want to be that person no more. I don't want to be someone that hurts people. I don't want to be someone that takes away from people. I don't want to be someone that picks on people that's smaller than me. I want to have a better character. I don't want to be the one that sets the house on fire. I want to be the one to put the fire out. I don't want to be the one that causes crime and bad things happen. I want to be the one that protects our community. Right? You don't want to be the perpetrator. You know what I'm saying? You want to be the one that comes and brings aid, right? And so you have a choice. Now you might be watching this and say, I've never bullied anybody, but I've been a bully myself. Well, I want to challenge you to use your power. Use your power. When I say use your power, I mean use your voice. When you see something, you gotta speak up. Right? Because you give them your power when you stay silent. You give them your power when you don't say anything. You give them your power when you don't hold them responsible. And I know you might be feeling like, well, what if they say something? They're going to say, I'm just scared or I'm afraid. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But we really see that they are scared or that they are afraid if they're doing the things that they're doing. I need you to take back your power and use your voice. If you see something, say something. I need you to use your influence. Some of you watching this video, you got crazy influence within your school. There's so much personality, so much style, so much influence that you've been gifted with. You can use that. I want to see a day, I want to see an environment, I want to see a school where when bullying takes place, as opposed to other kids laughing at the one that was bullied, a bunch of people sit back and say, hey, that's not cool. Don't ever do that. That's not funny. That's not nice. And now the bully feels like, wow, oh, that's not cool no more. No. I want us to create a type of culture that where everybody, regardless of how they speak, regardless of what they look like, regardless of what their sexual orientation or their religious beliefs, like regardless of where they come from, the color of their skin, the texture of their hair, regardless of what they have going on. We show them love. We show them affection. Like, that's the fabric of America. That's what makes America great. When we are able to accept and love and affirm and pour into, you know what I'm saying, and bring out the best and see the best in people. That's what makes us powerful. And you all, I'm so passionate about this because you all are our future leaders. You all are the future city councilmen and congressmen and senators and teachers and engineers and principals and counselors and police officers. You all are the future. And if our country is going to have a fighting chance and take back our place in the moral world, then we've got to be willing to stand up and say the bullying stops on our watch. We've got to be willing to say, if I see something, I'm going to say something. We've got to be willing to be the type of young men and women that says, you know what, I'm going to do the best that I can do within my ability to advocate and bring relief and aid to those who are struggling and suffering. I want to see a school. I want to see a culture where bullying doesn't exist. I want to see a place where it's lame to be a bully. I want to see a school where it's corny to be bullying. I want to see an environment where people are like, why would you do that? What's wrong with you? Like, I want to see that type of response as opposed to a bunch of people laughing because they want to fit in with the cool crowd. Here's the reality. I speak at a lot of jails. I go to a lot of detention centers with people that's locked up. And when I sit with them, you know what they tell me? It started when I was in school. I was bullying people. I was picking on people. And when I look up and see where they are today, behind bars, it breaks my heart. You all don't have to experience that. You all don't have to be that way. You all can make a change now for the better. So again, if you're watching this and you know you've been a bully in the past, you ain't got to be a bully no more. You know now that your actions, your behavior, it hurts people. You know now that what you do has the power to hurt somebody's feelings. They might laugh and act like it doesn't really affect them, but when they go home at night, when they look in the mirror, their feelings are hurt. They feel a certain type of way. Now they're questioning their worth of their doubt. The suicide rate is so high in our country. People are already trying to barely hang on, and then they have to come to school and deal with some of this hatred. No. You can change. And those of you that's like, no, I'm not a bully, but I have been bullied and I've seen people being bullied, then now you have an opportunity to do something about it. Now you can use your voice. Now you can use your influence. Now you can use your heart and you can treat other people how you want them to treat you. I believe that's what goes to show the test and character of people today. And so we can ask ourselves, how would I want someone to treat me? Let me make sure I give that same respect, that same love, that same treatment to the next person. And I believe that when you do that, that's going to take your life to one level, and the next level, and the next level, and we're going to look up, and you're going to be doing some absolutely amazing things. I know it's possible because I lived a life where I struggled and I failed and I had bad attitude and bad behavior and bad grades. And I got to a point where I said, you know what? I don't want to fail no more. I want to be successful. I want to thrive. I want to travel the world. I want to drive a nice car. I want to be educated. I want to get degrees. I want to write books. I want to be successful. It's inside you. It's already inside you. But it's time for you to show the world how great you can be.
What did you hear Jeremy say? He told you to speak up and use your voice. All of our schools participated in Sandy Hook Promises to Say Something. That program teaches us that if we see something dangerous or potentially dangerous, we must say something. We need to be upstanders, not bystanders. Use your voice. You have the power to help and change. What do we mean by bystander versus upstander? A bystander is someone who witnesses the bullying. If that bystander does nothing to stop the behavior, like tell a trusted adult or report the situation to a school administrator, that bystander is silently saying that he or she supports the bullying behavior. Instead, be an upstander. An upstander is a person who helps and intervenes on behalf of the person being bullied. If it is a safe situation, tell the bully to stop or this is not okay. Many times, the situation does not feel safe. This is when you must immediately tell a trusted adult. Remember to use your voice and be an upstander. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Teachers, please pause the video now to review the concept of bystander versus upstander. Watch this video about the bystander effect.
If a stranger needed help, how long would it take you to offer them a hand? According to psychology, the answer to that question may depend less on who you are as a person and more on how many people are with you at the time. In a strange paradox of human nature, the more people there are in a group, the less likely anyone is to offer help. It's called the bystander effect, and it may be a roadblock that's keeping you from showing empathy. When someone is in need, people in large groups tend to feel that they don't need to do anything because someone else will take care of it. This is known as the diffusion of responsibility. The end result is nobody does anything. And if you don't believe me, I'll show you. We started with a large group of 10 people and told them they were here today to see a product demonstration. So we're just basically looking for emotional reactions to certain products. We're not quite ready to go yet. So as you can see, you have these surveys. Go ahead, start filling them out. Take all the time you need with them. I am going to go get the product and just kind of start throwing it together, and then we're going to begin. Sound good, everyone?
Okay.
Cool. Thanks. Here's the thing, though. Everybody but one of these people wasn't in on it. We gave her a 10-minute window where she could offer to help. Let's see if she comes to my rescue. We repeated this a few more times with varying results. Come on. That doesn't sound good. Ugh. Next, we tried it with a group of 5. Oh, jeez. Do you think you're allowed to do that? So far, it's not looking good for people in general. Are we just plain unhelpful, or is there something to the bystander effect? To find out, let's see how helpful people are when they're all by themselves.
Hi.
The results? With our group of 10 people, it took our participants an average of 8 minutes and 1 second before they lent a hand. Excuse me, thank you.
Can I help? I just feel
Thanks.
bad.
Participants in our groups of 5 were a little quicker, saving me from the tent with an average time of 7 minutes and 25 seconds. I'm okay.
Do you need help?
Do you want to give me a hand?
Yeah.
That'd be great, thank you.
What can I do?
But when our participants were by themselves, that is when they really shined. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. On average, they offered to step in just 3 minutes and 19 seconds. You were the fastest by a country mile. I have set this thing up by myself 7 times today.
That makes me sad.
You took a total of 12 seconds. Why do you think you were so quick to do it?
I like to help in any way that I can.
That's the funny thing about the bystander effect. You would think that a group with more people would mean there's a higher chance someone would do something. But people in a group are actually less likely to help.
I knew I should have just stood up and done it, but then a big part of me wanted to see what these people would do, and I was just kind of like, are any of them gonna help?
At first, I was a little shy to jump in and help, but then after a while, just like, I'm just gonna jump in and help.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Sorry it took 8 minutes.
When it's just the two of us in a space, there's like a bond that's created that's like, well, I'm not going to let you struggle on your own. And I think if there is a group of people, it's way more acceptable for me to be doing that.
It's the diffusion of responsibility.
I think that's totally true.
If something is saying jump in and offer to help, just follow that intuition. Even if no one else is saying anything, just, hey, if you can be a part of helping someone, instead of just watching them struggle, or even take out your cell phone and like tape it or something like that, which is the worst. Just offer some help.
So, now that you know about the bystander effect, ask yourself, how often do you feel like you should help someone, but don't, because you think somebody else will do it? Maybe next time, you will be that somebody.
Wow, what do you think about that? It is so important to help. Think for yourself. Don't be worried about what the group is thinking. Think about what you would want done if it was happening to you. Use your voice and say something if you or if someone else needs help. Bullying occurs in all different areas of school, including classrooms, cafeterias, outside areas, hallways, and locker rooms. Additionally, it happens on the internet through social media, texting, and other online outlets. Please be aware of what is happening around you.
What are some signs that someone may be a victim of bullying? Someone may have no desire or may even refuse to go to school. He or she may be unusually quiet, display social isolation, and have physical injuries. There may also be emotional dysregulation, such as angry outbursts, noticed sadness, or even depression. The child may lose interest in normal activities and may be receiving disturbing messages via social media. Watch for the signs. Use the power of your voice to say something. We're all in this together. Teachers, please pause the video now to review today's material and to review the 5 senses relaxation activity. Find 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste while practicing deep breathing from your belly. Be sure to take big, deep breaths in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Practice this for a couple of minutes. We hope you learned from this lesson. Today's wellness video lesson and activities were developed by our district licensed mental health professionals with the help of district resources and the online resources of stopbullying.gov and healthdirect.gov.au. Remember, we want you to know that it's okay to speak with someone if you feel you need some help or support. Teachers are available and you can always see your school counselor. We hope you enjoyed today's lesson and we look forward to seeing you for our next wellness video.